What's up, Capstone family? This is Ed coming at you on this Friday, February the 2nd, 2024. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate you watching. This week, I wanted to talk briefly about 1031 exchanges. 1031 exchange we used to do a ton of. Last year, we only did a few as the market continued to shift. I imagine that we're going to be doing a lot more of them again this year. And the conversations we've been having with clients, I think that 1031 exchange, the idea behind it all and how it works is pretty straightforward. However, every market is going to be a little bit different. So although you have, let's say, 45 days after the sale to locate the 3 addresses of one of the properties that you're going to be purchasing within the next 6 months afterwards, right? Depending on the market that we're in, it could be really hard to find one of those 3 properties. The other things that you really need to think about when doing a 1031 exchange, you're exploring options of not doing a 1031 exchange, which is also something we'll see a lot more of. In addition to capital gains, like definitely consult with your accountant or whoever's been helping you with your taxes, because based on whatever depreciation schedule they've been using, you really need to know whether or not there's going to be some sort of recapture there too. I spoke to an owner not too long ago that sold a property and was unaware of any of the recapture and how that worked. And by the time they sold the property, they were thinking they were going to make one thing because they were going to be paying the capital gains. They just got dinged so hard that at the end of the day, the decision to sell would not have been the decision to sell if they would have known the numbers going into it. So definitely do your due diligence and make sure that whoever is handling your taxes understands what you're planning on doing, so that, you know, as investors, we're thinking all we're really having to pay is one thing. Like what a bummer that would be. Also, where to buy. Phoenix may or may not be the place for you to reallocate your funds right now. If you want to know more about the market and where we would purchase, let me know. I'd be more than happy to share that with you. But again, depending on the numbers that you need, you know, it may be time to divest. Who knows? But that's entirely up to you and what your portfolio looks like. For a lot of our clients, they're planning on holding for at least 10 years or more, right? So it makes an easier decision to say, yeah, let's jump back into this market, or let's stay in this market and just see where this thing goes. This week, so behind the scenes here at Capstone, we got the rain. So the rain hit. As an owner, and I'll speak from experience here, in the last couple of weeks, I've had some roof issues on personal properties, and the cost of what it takes to replace or repair these roofs has drastically changed here in the last few years. This week, I got a bid for double what I could have received 3 years ago, which was a serious gut punch. Needless to say, we're going out for multiple bids for these things to keep everybody competitive, but know that going into it that we are getting multiple bids on these roof quotes. However, the roof quotes are just high. Some of them are using higher quality materials than they've used in the past. We had one recently that we replaced that was a 50-year roof. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a 50-year roof, but at the end of the day, like, it did cost more. All on top of that, like, there are other things that, you know, just to talk to whoever's calling you and they'll give it to you straight. But we're definitely feeling that pressure right now because some of these bids are just all over the place. So minimum of 2 bids, sometimes even 3, depends on, you know, if we're getting them for other properties, we can tend to find which companies are giving better quotes at any given time. So hope that's helpful. I hope you have an amazing weekend. It's going to rain this weekend. So if we haven't called you about a roof, or you haven't had a roof inspection or something lately, after we get through next week, which is supposed to be raining most of the week, we'll probably want to consider that and just make sure that you're all buttoned up and everything is tightened up for the next time this happens too. Thanks again. Thanks so much for watching. Look forward to getting back at you next week.